Well, hello there once again. Thank you very much for coming and watching this next video. Here I want to talk about something else in Photoshop. So let's just go under the File menu, File, and Open, and I'm going to go Open Recent and see if I can find Smart Object file right here, just to see where we left off last time. Last time we left off where I actually just came in and created this Andy Warhol-ish look-like image here. I'm just going to move this guy over so it's kind of, there we go. All right, so remember all these guys that we created, and none of them are linked to each other. This is just my hidden gem set that's sitting in there with the rest of those guys. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to show you something else about Smart Objects. So I'm going to, I'll save that. What was that? Saving was collapsing and opening it. Is going into and opening up a raw file this time. So let's just go over here and open up a raw file. I have no idea what this one is. Oh, now I do. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's just go and make some adjustments, or assume it's already adjusted and we're good to go. Oops, got to click on this little guy. And what was that all about? Let's come in here for a second and come down to this and say, oh, look at this, Process 2003. If I click on this little icon down here, it now changes it to current. That's what we're looking for. I don't think I want that. I think I want at a minimum this guy here. And that may or may not be the best choice for this car. So let's come over here and see what Adobe Standard is all about. Whoops, is that Adobe Standard? No, there, that's Adobe Standard. Well, yeah, it's getting close, getting close. Let's come down and see what Vivid is all about. No, that's not going to work. And Camera Neutral, it's kind of there, but it was more of an orange car, if I'm not mistaken. At least I thought it was. There you go, at least Camera Mode 3. Camera Mode 2, Camera Mode 1. I'm going to go with Mode 3. There you go. All right. So now it's in here that I want to change something. So I'm going to come down to this, click on that. And in the workflow options in here, wow, did I ever have that set high? Well, there's a default 6. I guess I'd come in and jump it up to something like that. I'm just going to put it back to its default 6. But down here, I'm going to click on Open in Photoshop as a Smart Object. So I'm going to click on that. Now notice that the Open Image button is now changed to Open Object. I'm going to click on that. And now inside Photoshop, this is a Smart Object. All right. And also the layer name took on the name of the file. That could be quite handy. All right. So what's the benefit of having this thing set up this way? Well, if I don't like the way this thing's been rendered out, all I have to do is double click on it and I'm back into Camera Raw, and now I can come over here and I can actually make some adjustments. So what's this presets? No, this one here, this guy right in here. I'm going to sit there and say, you know something, I think I want my primary hue, saturation red, to be a little bit more, and I want my yellows to be a little bit more, and I want the hue to be a little bit more orangey as well. All right, that's going to work for me. I like that. What else do I need to do? I need to come into here, and I am going to increase the sharpening just a little bit, so maybe something around there, only because I know what lens it was and what body, camera body it came from. So I'm going to come in here and do this and set that down to there. And I'm just going to increase the noise reduction a little bit in the luminance. Perfect. If I come over here and click on these, and these guys are kind of good. If I change this to auto, I don't think so. All right, daylight, I don't think so. Cloudy, you might get there. All right, and shade, but I'm going to put it back on as shot, only because I've changed things over in this section here. All right, and it's all just to show you that you can come back in here and modify things. It'll update, and now it's got that orange effect. If you decide that you wanted to do something totally different, then you can just come back in here, double click on it, and make some more modifications. I can come into the hue saturation, I can play with my oranges, and I can play with that along the hue scale, saturation, hue, a little more orangey, and the luminance, I can brighten that up. All right, I think I might want to go back with my hue and put that back to 0. And I'm going to click OK, and now this is starting to really look the way it was when I took that shot. All right, that's all I want to talk about for now. But next, I want to get into what happens if you add a filter to a smart object. And that is coming up next.